So, turns out we just made a meal of it against Atalanta in the last episode. We have cruised through the Champions League group stages. We've still got to play Dinamo Zagreb, which we're not going to do on camera. Instead, it's West Brom and a very difficult match against Manchester United that could possibly put us top of the table. Hello and welcome back to London's finest. First of all, if you are enjoying these episodes in this series, do please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. You can also ding the notification bell to get told when the new videos are released. Currently, we're doing these, I think 3 times a week. We're doing London's finest. RuPaul Boom or Bust, which is the other save that I'm doing, is coming out the other 4 days. So yeah, if you ding the bell, you get told when they come out. We've played a lot of football in between episodes. Last time we played Atalanta, we lost 1-0 against Atalanta. We then played Fulham, beat them 1-0, Thomas Partey with the goal. We got knocked out of the FA Cup. Let's not talk about that one too much. And then we went on a pretty good run. 4-0 against Leeds, Aubameyang, Zaha, Willian and Milik. A 3-1 victory in the return match against Atalanta, Willian, Partey and Milik. And this one, a 1-0 victory against Brighton, Aubameyang. Let's not talk about the Newcastle game where Nubel got a 5.8 and scored an own goal. Wasn't very good in that one. We then beat Zenit 4-0, Zaha, Bellerin, Lacazette and Aubameyang. And then we beat Bournemouth 8-0. We just battered them. Absolutely battered them. 4 goals from Aubameyang, Bellerin, Willian, Zaha and Wijnaldum also on the score sheet in this one. Bournemouth are struggling. Bournemouth are effectively relegated right now. To be honest, if this was a real season, there is no competitiveness. Leicester, Blackburn and Bournemouth are pretty much going down right now. You could argue West Brom might get dragged into a relegation scrap along with Norwich. But yeah, Bournemouth are pretty much gone. There's already such a big gap. Anyway, today, West Brom will be our opponent, 17th place West Brom, and then Manchester United, who are currently in 5th. We find ourselves sat 3rd, but just 2 points off the league leaders of Manchester City, 1 point behind last season's champions Liverpool, so it's all to play for. The starting lineup then for the West Brom game, it will be Nubel in goal, a back 4 of Mbabu, Bolly, Gabriel and Tierney today. We'll come back to why some of the players have basically changed around. Wijnaldum and Ward-Prowse in the middle, Willian and Aubameyang on the wings, Milik and Lacazette will be our strikers. It won't be Aubameyang. It's not. It's going to be Zaha. I kind of didn't want Zaha because he was heavy, but then I've realised so was Aubameyang in terms of match load. So yeah, we're going to do that. It's Milik and Lacazette will be our strikers today. Will it be? No, it won't. It'll be Aubameyang because Aubameyang knows how to score lots of goals. We have got some injury problems going on. Castrati currently injured. Bellerin is suspended. Thomas Partey is injured. Araujo is suspended, and I don't think he's registered either, so it doesn't really matter too much. Leno is also mildly injured. He's just come back from an injury. We are going to have Guerrero on the bench today because of his heavy match load, and I'd rather play him against Manchester United, which is why we're giving Tierney a game today. We should beat West Brom. We're on the back of an 8-0 victory. Now, if we manage to get past West Brom with a comfortable victory, we do have, I don't think basically Liverpool are playing, and I think Manchester City, if obviously they lose, we win, we're going to go to the top of the table. Ward-Prowse's corner comes in, Milik with a powerful header, hits the underside of the bar, goes in, 6 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, and we take the lead against West Brom, and I would say this is now going to be 3 more points in the bag. Ward-Prowse with a free kick on the right-hand side. Williams at the back post this time. Headed effort goes over the bar from the ageing Brazilian. I say ageing, I think he's still about 2 or 3 years younger than me in real life. But yeah, he's ageing. Is that Abdulkadir Omar playing for West Brom? He's a good player. I had him on Football Manager last year for Newcastle, possibly. Messias. Down that left-hand side, it's a shocking effort. If that was me, I would have subbed him. Quite a lot's going on in this match. We're only 13.5 minutes in. Ward-Prowse controls inside his own half. Wijnaldum goes long. Milik, the goal scorer, on the left-hand side. He's got Aubameyang in the middle. Goes for goal himself. Sam Johnstone clips it over the bar. Manchester City have taken the lead against Chelsea. So Man City have a difficult game at the moment. Tierney with a corner. Aubameyang's there. Doesn't manage to get it. Willy Bolly's going to collect, though. Bolly, is he going to get it back in? He's not going to bother. It is 1-0, 20 minutes on the clock. Willian with a free kick towards Gabriel, and the Brazilian makes it 2-0, his 3rd of the season. The 2 Brazilians combining, 28 minutes played, 2-0 up away from home at the Hawthorns against West Brom. We are looking good. This should be 3 more points without any doubt now. It's a throw for Messias. Now Harper on the left, cuts round past his man. He's been tackled by Mbabu, but we've somehow managed to get away with that. Furlong to Carlin Grant, back to Furlong, back through to Grant. That's a great bit of play from West Brom, and Carlin Grant makes it 2-1. Was I talking a little bit too arrogantly, game? I'm sorry. I mean, I still don't think we're going to lose, but you don't need to make them score a goal. Chelsea have equalised against City, which means we've now moved to the top of the table on goal difference. Ward-Prowse, can he help to extend that goal difference? Harper gets it clear back to the corner taker. Ward-Prowse can run, crosses it right-footed. Wijnaldum is at the back post unmarked. And a cracking header from the former Liverpool and Newcastle midfielder, making it 3-1. His third of the season as well. Ward-Prowse with another chance to get it into the box. Mababu is there, I think. It's hit the top of the bar, goes over, and it's a goal kick to West Brom. 3 goals so far in the first half. If we can get another 5-goal game, I will be very happy. Somehow this Arsenal team, I would say, is exceeding my expectations. I'm very happy with how things are going. Let's go straight into the second half. I want to possibly look at doing some subs more from fitness concerns because the United game is in a couple of days. Wesley Hoot has scored. The former Southampton man has made it 3-2. We like to make it difficult on ourselves. Ward-Prowse now with a corner for us towards Gabriel at the front. And the Brazilian's headed effort dinks the post and goes wide. Gabriel has been playing very well at the moment. He's on a 7-1. Ward-Prowse with 2 assists on an 8.0. We are going to do ourselves some subs in just a second. Pereira's cross into the middle is headed clear by Mababu. And now Wilfried Zaha can run forward with the ball. Off towards the left-hand side is Aubameyang. Controls it well. Acres of space for Aubameyang. And he's missed. He's put it wide. It was an open goal, buddy. It was effectively an open goal. That's your day done. We're going to do Graziano Pella, because why not? Pella will be getting an extension to his contract in about 2 games' time, because I think it's a 5-game extension that he's got. We are going to do Reece Nelson actually coming on. Nelson's been throwing his toys out the pram because we don't use him too much. So I said, fine, we'll try and loan you out, or maybe we'll get you some game time. Ward-Prowse with a corner, 66.5 minutes. Gabriel was there, and Gabriel has a brace. It's 4-2 against West Brom, and the central defender has his second of the game. Right, let's have a penalty. Let's give it to Gabriel. Let's get him a hat-trick. Get him a hat-trick from centre-back. Newell's on a 6.4. So, literally, he is the only reason why we are conceding goals by the looks of it. We've got one more sub to do. We are going to make use of it. I'm probably going to do Ward-Prowse. He's had an absolutely cracking game. It is going to be Torreira coming on, which I think is going to be his first appearance for the club this season. And probably in this save, to be honest, because I think first year he's out on loan. 3 minutes left of normal time plus any injury time. Down the right-hand side for West Brom is intercepted by Torreira. Forward, finds Graziano Pella, controls it questionably, but still has the ball. Back to Torreira, now Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side. Get in the middle, Graziano. Get in the middle. Tierney to Torreira. Loads of space for the substitute. He's going to go a bit too far wide, though, and pass to nobody. And now West Brom can counter Macias all the way across to Furlong. They're not really sure what to do with it. It's a great counter-attack. Newell needs to do something with it. He does. Right, what's going on in this highlight? Is Newell just going to smash it long? He's gone long. He's gone towards a West Brom shirt. What is going on with this highlight? West Brom are going to score in this highlight. I think that's what's going to happen. Furlong with this ball. He's got, I think it's Reece Nelson in front of him. Ampadu crosses it in now. Macias is there, makes it 3-4. Or does he? He might have been offside. We're getting VAR, and it is disallowed because of offside. Good. Now, that was a weird highlight. I don't understand what was going on with that. It was a very strange highlight. Took forever. Nobody really had a chance until their goal that was then flagged. Pereira's misplaced pass gets to Wijnaldum, but Pella can't control it either. And it's going to be, eventually, Newell's going to keep this in. This is a concern. Newell needs to just smash it, and he does. It's towards Milik, heads down to the big Italian Graziano Pella. Now Reece Nelson on the left. He's got numbers in the middle, but kicks it straight into the first man. And, okay, I was going to say West Brom can come forward. No, they can't. Wijnaldum through to Reece Nelson, the substitute. He's gone for goal. Tries to put it under Sam Johnstone at the front post. Easily saved by the former Manchester United man. Highlights carrying on, though, and we've got another chance. Nelson, is he going to have another try? He does. Hits the defender. It's going to be cleared for a corner. 2 minutes-ish left of injury time now. It's going to be Kieran Tierney on the right-hand side, left-footed. Gabriel's at the front. Could have been his hat-trick. It could have been his hat-trick. It is not to be. The Brazilian heads over. It is going to be 4-2 then in the end. At the Hawthorns, we move to the top of the Premier League. And what was this? I guess this was a very back and forward game of football. And luckily for us, we came out on top. So we came out on top in the match. and now we are currently on top in the Premier League as well. We are now going to go forward to basically Saturday, which is in 2 days' time, where we've got the evening kickoff against Manchester United. Means probably need to make sure that some of these players are having a little bit of a rest. So Wijnaldum all the way down to Mababu. You can have a day off, lads. Before we've even kicked a ball against Manchester United, we've dropped down from top of the table down to third. Manchester United currently in fourth in the table. So it's a big match. It's a difficult match. But we've already beaten them 5-1 already this season. So hopefully we can do it again. It wasn't United, was it? It was City we beat 5-1. Let's beat Man United 5-1 as well. It will be Nubel in goal. Bellerin, Salisu, Gabriel and Guerrero will be our back four today, with Wijnaldum and Ward-Prowse in the middle. Willian and Zaha on the wings, Milik and Aubameyang as our strikers. So Bellerin returns, Guerrero returns to the starting 11. Salisu comes in for Willy Bolly. I'm just kind of mixing things up there, really. I think Salisu needs a bit more game time. Bolly's had a lot of game time, so we're going to just do a little bit of rotation there. Wijnaldum keeps his place in the middle of the pitch, basically, because of Thomas Partey's ongoing suspension. Or is he back, actually? He might be back, you know. He's back, but he's injured. I didn't realise he was both. I think actually it wasn't Partey who was suspended. He was injured. It was Bellerin who was suspended. Anyway, Manchester United then at the Emirates. It's going to be a difficult game. They are on not great form, but they have just won a couple of matches, apparently. The last 2 games they won, but they lost their 3 previous to that. A defeat here isn't ideal. It's not the end of the world, because we are still within touching distance of the top 2 in the table, and United aren't going to go ahead of us. If we win, we will put ourselves back at the top of the table. 16 games played. We've got an early-ish highlight, 7 and a bit minutes. Isak heads it forward. Willian, though, gets it clear. Zaha's not good enough to get the ball off of his former Crystal Palace teammate. And now Paul Pogba to Anthony Martial, a player who I had for my Borussia Dortmund save. And Rashford just did the cheekiest thing, and Guerrero went, nah, don't worry, lad. You should have got a goal from that. And he just tapped it in. Why did Guerrero do that? Like, in what world would any defender do that? The only way I can think is that's just a miscontrol. Like, it looked, match engine-wise, it looked like Guerrero just went, I'll finish this for you. There you go, tap that one in. We're 1-0 down, and it's an own goal. Alaba with a free kick for United to Pogba across. Scott McTominay in the middle. Going off to that left-hand side again to find Alaba. Finds Rashford in the penalty area. Back again. Alaba crosses. It's, oh my word, we're getting no luck. Zaha's clearance hit somebody right in the face. I think it was Ward-Prowse. Scott McTominay with it now. I think Ward-Prowse is with him, putting a bit of pressure on him. He's giving a little bit of a kick by the looks of it. Vlasic forward. Header clear though by Bellerin, and now possibly Arsenal can counter. Milik with a bit of spaces in front of everybody has to score. Arcadius Milik does just about score. My heart jumped up then a little bit when that hit the post, and I thought, that's not going in. That's just going to just rest there because of the weather. But nope, the ball finds its way into the back of the net. We're back in the game. It's 1-1. Guerrero apparently is injured. He wants to come off. I mean, you've had a bad game, mate. You've had a bad game. You've scored an own goal, and now you've picked up an injury. 32 minutes on the clock. We're bringing on Kieran Tierney, who, let's be honest, actually had a decent game against West Brom last time out, so it's not the end of the world. Approaching half-time, United have got a goal and no shots on target so far. Maguire's headed effort goes just wide. Still 1-1. It's going to hopefully stay 1-1 all the way up until the break. And then maybe there's something else going to happen. We've got 2.5 minutes. Salisu, the former Saints man, plays it on towards the right-hand side for the former Chelsea man, Willian. Cuts inside, keeps going. Come on, buddy, keep going all the way across to that left-hand side. Zaha's there if you want to use him. Willian goes back to Ward-Prowse instead. He's going to run the box-to-box. Not box-to-box, he's a deep-line playmaker. Milik to Willian. It's taken a bit of a deflection, I think. I'm not sure who off of, but Willian doesn't care. We are going to go in at the break against Manchester United with a 1-goal lead. I didn't think we were going to be doing that after we went 1-0 down so early on to a little bit of misfortune, I guess, from the Portuguese fullback. So we are 2-1 up. They've still not had a shot on target, and they've already scored a goal. What is going on here? Right, anyway, we are going to say things are going well, capable of better. Ward-Prowse is nervous. Let's talk to you, buddy. Also, we'll talk to Wijnaldum. We will also talk to anyone who's just looking composed. Let's try and fire them up a bit. Not Willian. Willian's doing all right. Or Tierney. You can be all right as well. You're playing lazily. No. Pump fists. You weren't that bad. Faith in you. It motivated Ward-Prowse. That's good enough. Throw for Bellerin. Literally 2 minutes into the second half. Wijnaldum needs to get there first and does so ahead of Marcus Rashford. Wijnaldum plays it on the ground. Aubameyang, not the best touch. Back to Willian. He's found Bellerin. The Spaniard, can he get that cross in? 3 in the middle. He crosses it low. Milik is there with a slide tackle. And Arkadiusz Milik makes it 3-1 just 2 minutes and 18 seconds into the second half. We are looking really good. We are looking really, really good. This Arsenal side, I think, is... I was going to say 1 or 2 puzzle pieces away from being an exceptionally good Arsenal side. But arguably, we're already there. Right, we're going to take Willian off. He's injured, but he feels he can shake it off. I don't want to risk it. We're going to do... Reiss Nelson? Sure, we'll do Reiss Nelson. He can play on that right-hand side today. So he's getting the game time that he wanted. Tierney with the corner. Gabriel's there. Is he going to get another goal to his name in this episode? Aubameyang to Tierney. Loads of space for the left-back. Plays it back to Bellerin. Reiss Nelson is there. And Reiss Nelson has been on the pitch for, what, about 4 minutes? It's 4-1 against Manchester United. Not even an hour played. Nelson gets his first goal of the season. What is happening here? What is actually happening here? We have just made Alaba look stupid. He's on a 5.9. Is it going to be 5? Tierney's throw. Zaha flicks the head. It's a header clear from Maguire, but only as far as Ward-Prowse. Bellerin with some space. Thought he was going to pull the trigger. Keeps hold of it. Gets past Diallo. Bellerin needs to get this cross in. He does. Aubameyang's there. Aubameyang almost makes it 5. It stays 4-1 for now. Right, final change of the match is coming up. We're going to either do one of the central midfielders. I'm thinking Wijnaldum, because why not? We're going to do Mbabu. Maybe. We've got no centre midfielders, have we? We've got... I mean, what we could do, right? Hear me out. Bellerin. I think Bellerin can be a box-to-box midfielder. This is how I find out if anyone can do these roles, right? Box-to-box midfielder... I think he's got the right attributes in places. Finishing and long shots, not the best, but I don't think that's a problem. Plus, I think I'd rather have Bellerin in the more influential role because I think he's just a better footballer. Ward-Prowse with a free kick, 8 minutes to play. David De Gea comes out and claims that one, almost on his line, in fact. He's taken a step backwards, which was a bit of a strange thing to do. Salisu heads it forward. Bellerin back to Gabriel, all the way back to Nubel in the Arsenal goal. There's a 5th goal happening. I want to beat both the Manchester sides 5-1. Ward-Prowse has this. He's going to run with the ball. Doesn't, gets tackled instead. And now Thauvin through to Anthony Martial. Nubel's not going to save that one. It's going to be 4-2. We've conceded 4 goals so far this episode and we've scored 8. I mean, I'd love if we can actually stop conceding. That would be good. That goal as well from Martial was their first shot on target. We are into injury time. There is still time to get this 5th goal. Ward-Prowse has it from the Zaha header. He's going to run into space. Bellerin now gets tackled by Scott McTominay, who can clear the ball upfield. Salisu forward to Ward-Prowse, the 2 former Saints men. Kevin Mbabu on that right-hand side. Is he going to get his cross into the middle? He's gone down like he's been shot. Why did he go down like that? Kevin, what are you doing, buddy? You didn't need to do it. Now, David De Gea has the ball in his hands. He's taken forever. He's kicked long to where Kevin Mbabu should probably be. Gabriel gets it forward for us. There is a 5th goal. I can feel this 5th goal happening very, very soon. Reiss Nelson to Bellerin. Mbabu's making that run. Bellerin now, the box-to-box midfielder, finds Kevin Mbabu, crosses it in. Milik is there. And Milik makes it 5-2 against Manchester United. His 13th goal of the season. And an assist from Kevin Mbabu as well. What a ridiculous performance. A hat-trick for Milik as well. Is it going to be 6? Tierney's corner comes in. A header clear from McTominay, I think it was. Mbabu in the penalty area. Slide tackle. Good tackle as well from Martial. Tierney's going to keep this alive. The full-time whistle is seconds away. It's actually a minute away. Bellerin's pass isn't the best. Salisu. We've got no players in our own half apart from Nubel. Ward-Prowse to Bellerin. Bellerin's going to find Milik. Across to Aubameyang. Milik has another chance. It's a wonderful block from Lindelof. And Diallo keeps this in play. 30 seconds. That is all there is left of this game. It is surely going to be an Arsenal victory. Ward-Prowse back to Salisu. Inside his own half, but only just. Bellerin. We've got 20 seconds. There could be a 6th. It's Aubameyang across. Wilfried Zaha in on goal. And Wilfried Zaha scores against his former team. 6-2 against Manchester United at the Emirates. What a ridiculous performance. What a ridiculous episode. We've scored 10 goals in this episode. We've got a hat-trick from Milik. We almost had a hat-trick from Gabriel in the West Brom game. I am so glad I showed you the West Brom game in this match now, because those two matches were kind of proper Jekyll and Hyde performances. Against West Brom, we got the victory, but we weren't particularly convincing. Against Manchester United, we scored 6 and absolutely dominate them. Technically, we scored 7 because we also scored the Rafael Guerreiro goal, didn't we? So that then is going to end episode 3 of season 2. We are currently top of the pile. 12 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, exactly the same as Manchester City. But we have such a much, much better goal difference. In our last, 3 games as a team, if you include the Zenit game as well, we have scored 10, 18, 22 goals in our last 4 matches. You can't say that we're not an entertaining side. Next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to head into January. I guess we're going to have this Manchester City game because that is going to be a big match. We might do Man City and we might do Wolves. And then obviously end of the January transfer window as well. So there's a fair amount of football going to take place in between episodes. Dinamo Zagreb doesn't really matter, just to kind of keep you up to date. That's what the group looks like. So we might finish second, but as long as we get a decent enough result against Dinamo Zagreb, we're going to finish top of that group. So I'm not too fussed about the Champions League anymore. Along with the Dinamo game, Burnley, Everton, Chelsea, Everton in the FA Cup, Sheffield United, Spurs, Villa and Leicester. So a huge amount of football. In fact, 7 league games are going to be played in between episodes. January transfer window will open as well. I've got a couple of transfers arranged. They're literally new gens. I don't even know why I've bought them. I can't help myself. Thank you very much for watching this episode of London's Finest with Arsenal. And I think today we proved that we are arguably not only London's finest, but England's finest, because we dominated Manchester United. I genuinely can't believe how well we've done against United at home. If you did enjoy this episode, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time. As I said, Manchester City, Wolves and a January transfer window update as well. Hopefully we're still going to be top of the table. Maybe this year we're going to be crowned champions. I'll see you next time.